I got this problem in my head. Can't remember what I said. I probably made a fool of myself. Hi everybody. Why is this close up? Because I'm very, very tired. I'm trying to not go to sleep. But I have something to share because I've mentioned it to someone else, and I don't know, probably a shitload of people have talked about it in blogs and other stuff, but I don't really listen to blogs unless they're pertaining to certain things, so to me, it's new. I think the cycle is going to be happening within the next 6 months to 2.5 years. There's going to be boy bands again. And my machine's making noise. Do you want to know why I think that? I'll tell you, people. I'll tell you. Because it seems the cycle seems to be, aside from new genres coming in and out, which was, Nirvana in the early 90s had the grunge thing really hit for them, but, Pearl Jam and Savage Garden, blah, blah, blah. Then they had to, try to have a reemergence of rapcore in the late 90s, which kind of worked, and, Linkin Park and some other people held strong, but other people, Biscuit, fell on the wayside, which, good job there, good job. But the cycle seems to be, at least the latest cycle that I seem to see, is that it's emergence of girl bands after a while. Not girl singer solo artists. There's always solo artists that always make the grade. There's always the Christinas, the Britneys, the Justin Timberlakes, the George Michaels, the Michael Jacksons, the Paula Abduls, what have you, of any genre. They're always there. But for the groups, it's always, to me, the pattern seems to be girl groups kind of emergence, kind of brings it back. Then they want something more authentic, the fans. So they get a boy, usually an all-male family band, that does something and makes a big rise out of everything. People think that pop is back, and it never really went anywhere, but pop is back. And then boy bands emerge, and then they stay a little bit longer than usually longer than the girls, because most of the teenage fan base is female girls that are still used to be hooked on or taught their younger sisters to like the boy family band. My examples are girl group, Spice Girls, and then not Soul Train, but some of the UK girl groups and the She Daisies and all that other stuff, country, pop, whatever. And then they have the Hanson Brothers, and then they had, the Backstreet Boys, NSYNC, 98 Degrees, 5, Take That, etc. Then now it's the Pussycat Dolls and other fellow girl groups like Danny, Kane, and what have you. Then it's the Jonas Brothers, which made a huge hit, much like Hanson. Except instead of long, blonde, stringy hair, they have short, black hair with its emo style or with a fro. Go you with that. So I'm just waiting for the next part to really happen, because I think that's what's going to happen next, and a lot of people are not going to like it. I'm going to be kind of neutral on it, because I used to be a really big NSYNC fan, still kind of am. Yes, I'm a dweeb. Fuck you. I can like stupid stuff. I don't think it's really stupid. I just think it's pop music, and if you don't like it, fine. Just like I don't get the appeal, really, of New Kids on the Block. But I do get the appeal of early Jackson 5 and New Edition. Go figure. I don't know, maybe just doesn't really place. Much like how I don't think my cousins will really get NSYNC and Backstreet Boys and other stuff, but they'll get New Kids, and they'll get older stuff, and they'll get the new stuff. I just won't, because I'll be a little bit over already having experienced that. And people are like, why would they recycle? Well, there's always new teenagers. Teenagers and younger kids haven't experienced that shit yet. They haven't had the mania of New Kids on the Block or NSYNC or Hanson in their recent memory. That hasn't attached to them. They haven't reached that level of that happening. So I can see why that usually happens in little cycles. It may not exactly happen, and I think record executives, the ones that really do pop music and try to do it mainstream, will really try to not call it boy bands. They'll do boy vocal groups. They'll try to mix and match and put some spin on it, but it will be a boy band. Because if they aren't doing instruments for their show, if they're doing heavy dancing, if it's much more about the image and the personalities and the music than actually playing the instruments, and it's not purely a cappella or trying to do that kind of thing, which Boyz II Men and other stuff, what other bands can do, it's probably what it's going to be. I could be wrong, because a lot of stuff in music is changing. There's, things can happen to bring up a pop artist. It's strictly pop is a lot more money and all this other stuff, but I there's gonna at least gonna be a lot of people trying it out. I can guarantee that there's a lot of people in the business that are trying to put stuff together. I know that from past experiences with people I've worked with, we've been trying to make a boy band. Maybe not with 5 people, but we've been trying to focus and put something up together to market towards certain markets. And so I can see where, while if we're thinking of the ideas, if we're thinking of this in Minnesota, certainly other people, much more in the business, have already been thinking of this and been planning it and have people on their roster and have it ready and set up. So, people that used to hate, that have always hated pop music or just don't really get it or have passed it or whatever, you have that to look forward to. So, yeah. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I don't think I am because, I don't think I am. Alright, later.
Just keep swimming, just keep swimming, just keep swimming, swimming, swimming.